I'm not doing it. I could see maybe the first year you getting to know that person. After that, if you still not sure what you want to do, I'm motherfucking gone. You can figure that shit out by yourself, boo boo. Because you got to match my energy. As long as you are dating me and we're actually dating and we're actually progressing and getting to know each other and building something, working at building something, then yeah, you could be my only person that I'm talking to. Y'all just in the talking stage, so ain't no feelings involved. So may the best man win. I want to start making motherfuckers go Dutch because in 2 years, only one person made it to a second date. Damn. You can go on a boring, expensive date. You can go on a less expensive date and have the best time of your life. Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Sip Happens Podcast, where we sip, chat, and repeat. Y'all, got my favorite glass again. I think this is gonna be my signature glass. It says cheers on the glass on both sides. But anyway, I'm just sipping on a little tea tonight. So yeah, we're gonna jump right on into this. So leave a comment down below on anything that I'm talking about at any time, whether you agree or disagree. Leave it in the comments and I'll meet y'all down there to converse. So today's topic, I made a post on Facebook again and I asked some questions. I guess you could say one question, but it's kind of a long question. And I asked, if you're single and dating, are you going to just date one person at a time or multiple? And do you owe that person any loyalty in the talking stage? So that was two questions in one. But yeah, I asked that question and I'm going to go through some of the guys. It was a few guys that left a comment on how they feel about what I asked. And the first guy, and I'm gonna put it up here on the screen so y'all can kind of read along with me or whatever. And the first guy said, well, first off, I hope if they're dating, they are single. He was trying to be funny, but shit, some people be dating while they in a whole relationship. So you really can't just go by that. You know what I'm saying? Because people these days, if you cheating and you ain't single, you know what I'm saying? So people be dating in a serious relationship and still be dating more than one person. Sometimes they be serious with more than one person. And so he was like, but in the talking stage or the dating stage, you should communicate by asking that individual how they roll. It's no wrong answer. But if y'all don't believe in the same thing, peace. So that was his comment that he left. And I responded. And do you think that when the other person starts being weird after you ask that you should just go on about your business? Like, because sometimes, you can ask a question like, you could just be asking a simple question in general, not meaning it in no, I want to be serious with you in any type of way. You could be just asking a question like, what we doing? Because you want to know. You want to know, hey, do I need to cut these other people off if you are dealing with some other people? Or, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it cute. We're going to, still date other people, talk to other people if that's something, saying that we want to do. So I just feel like, what I'm saying, when you are communicating, that sometimes people get weird just by you asking a simple question and people take it the wrong way, or I guess shut down because they thinking you going a route that they don't want to go. I don't know. And so he was like, yep, you got to keep it pushing. Most people don't give you a straight answer. So you just got to go with actions because it speaks louder than words. And I agree with that because if we're dating and we're not serious, that's fine. I'll be cool with it. But if I feel like it's been a certain time frame, because yes, you can put a time on things too. I don't want to go 2, 3, 4 years with talking to somebody and we just still dating. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not going 2, 3 years just being friends. I could see maybe the first year you getting to know that person and you just want to kick it, vibe, just have fun. That's fine while you getting to know somebody. But if it's just dragged out to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and this person ain't trying to make no move, ain't at least trying to make a commitment, like, okay, let's what I'm saying? Let's be exclusive type thing, and you just want to date, but that's it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not waiting around that long. After a year, I give you a good year, a good solid year. After that, if you still not sure what you want to do, I'm motherfucking gone. You can figure that shit out by yourself, boo boo. Boo boo kitty, as they say. So, yeah, just, because actions do speak louder than words. I feel like after so long, even at 6 month period, you should have some type of direction that you feel like you want to go with a person. Or you feel like, dang, this could be the one. Like, I really want to, what I'm saying, keep this going. And the type of dates y'all start having might switch up and be a little more intimate, and things like that. It should be a point. It's a milestone with everything, in my opinion. And after so long, like, you should know if this gonna be your person, or if you feel like she worth it or he worth it to keep pursuing this. But at the same time, you gotta show that you want more than just going on a date every blue moon. I can't do it. Sorry, Bob. So that guy said that. Another guy said, one at a time during the talking stage for me. You really can't be serious if there are other options. I guess I'm old fashioned. I can agree with him. I can agree with that. Like, some people, I can agree to a certain extent, because it just depends on how the other person feeling, because you got to match my energy. If I feel like the person I'm dating, seeing, or whatever, not matching my energy, I feel like I'm putting more into this than you, then I ain't gonna be able to do it. So if I feel like, okay, it's been 3 months, it's been 6 months, it's been 8 months, it's been 9 months, and I'm the one still putting forth the effort to go out on dates for us to talk, and little stuff like that. Like, I'm really putting in the time and trying to make a way for us to get to know each other so we can get closer. Then you're not gonna be the only one I'm talking to, especially in the talking stage. I mean, I don't feel like there's no real commitment in the talking stage, because you still getting to know that person. But at the same time, it just depends on how long that it goes on for me. And you know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta necessarily be old fashioned to feel that way. It's to each his own though. And then I said, nothing wrong with one at a time, as long as it's the same on the other end. So that was my response to him, because no, if we want to agree that we both just gonna date each other, then that's another thing. As long as you are dating me and we're actually dating and we're actually progressing and getting to know each other and building something, working at building something, then yeah, you could be my only person that I'm talking to, dating and all that stuff. I don't have a problem with it. As long as I'm having fun. That's one of the biggest things, the main things. You treat me right. So another guy said, if I take you out on a second date, I'm giving you one more chance, with the laughing emojis. And I'm like, and I said, and I feel like I owe him the truth from the beginning. I'll let him know if it's not the only one if he's not the only one I'm dealing with. I think people should be able to make the choice to deal with it or get on. I'm big on that. I feel like at our age as adults, we shouldn't have to hide nothing from each other. Like, if you start out like that, just imagine you go on, telling the little white lies, and the little white lies turn into big lies, and then you cheating and all this stuff. So I do feel like, in the beginning, go ahead, tell it like it is. It ain't gotta be the first date that you gotta just spill your guts and look, this is what it's gonna be. But if you see a second date or a third date, I feel like maybe the second or third date it might be time to kind of bring it up, because if y'all on the second, third day, obviously y'all like the connection, y'all like the vibes were good, and you like the conversation or whatever. So that's how you got to the second or third date. So I think like it should be brought up on, about at least by the third date. Like if you are dealing with somebody else, just to get the other person like an opportunity to say, oh, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to date nobody that's seeing somebody else. I need you and your full attention on me. You know what I'm saying? I need you available when I want to hang out or something. So, give them that choice to deal with it or not. Y'all just in the talking stage, so ain't no feelings involved. So nobody can get their heart broke or whatever. Everybody up front with each other and give you the choice. And then the guy said he wouldn't care to know if the woman is dating more than just him. He says, to be honest, he said, if he attracted to you, he's pretty sure that other men are too. So may the best man win. So he like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool with him for you to date more than just him. May the best man win. I can kind of feel that at the same time. I can feel that too. It just depends on like how whoever you are dating. It just depends on how the flow is going. You know what I'm saying? If you're dating somebody, the vibes ain't really vibing. Like they on and off. They got an on and off switch. Sometimes they cool. Sometimes they not. You don't know where they stand, and it's like you can't. They not good at communicating. And you know what I'm saying? Cause me, I'm big on communication. I want to know where we standing after every other month. It just depends on what stage in the relationship that we are. Every few months, every 3 to 6 months, I need to know where we stand. Are we progressing? What are you feeling? You know what I'm saying? That's just me, because I don't have no time to be wasting. I'm a big girl. I'm a grown woman. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Like, tell me the truth. If you feeling it, if you're not feeling it, if you want to move on, you don't let me know that too, because I can move on too. Peace. So he don't care. He said, if he end up being the one that she chooses, then so be it. And if not, hey, he's just dating anyway. So another guy said, dating isn't cheap. So one person, me, because I find myself spending 200 plus every time I decide to plan a date. Honestly, I want to start making motherfuckers go Dutch, because in 2 years, only one person made it to a second date. Damn. In 2 years, and each day you be spending 200 plus. Whew. And so, it just depends on where you want to go on the first date. Like if it's a first date, I say if you really ain't the type of guy that want to ask the woman to pay, then don't do Dutch. Find Go on dates that are less expensive. Don't try to go on these $200 dates and to just impress a woman. And don't go on a $200 date trying to impress a woman, because like I said, you getting to know a person. I know first impressions, they say are everything, but you can go on a boring expensive date. You can go on a less expensive date and have the best time of your life. So it ain't always about how much you spend. It's about how y'all vibe and what the feeling you get when you're around that person. That's what does it for me. Of course, good food helps, but at the same time, I don't always gotta have a steak and potato and crabs and lobster tails and shrimp on the first date. I don't have to do that. Because if that's something I want, I can afford it and I can buy it myself. So I'm not impressed because you took me on an expensive date. It's a nice gesture, but sometimes, expensive dates are not the best dates. They're not the most fun. Go on a cheap date. Take me somewhere where you can play arcade games, where we can kind of be able to be feely touchy a little bit, and laugh and stuff like that. Like your first date going out to dinner, okay, you kind of being serious, like as far as it's not gonna be, you can have conversations and kiki ha ha. But I'm talking about you can take me somewhere where we gonna do like a little bit of physical activity, like playing games, like sipping paint, like going picking strawberries and having conversation, and you know what I'm saying? It's dates that are less expensive that are the best dates. So that's all I'm saying. So I said, oh wow. But going Dutch here and there with the person shouldn't be a problem either. Especially if y'all going on dates a lot. And remember, every day doesn't have to cost an arm and every date. That's what I meant to say. Every day doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. A lot of times we just want to spend time and vibe when we like you. And that's most women. Most women, all women not looking for a man that can spend the most money on her. When you get at a point in your life where you've had your fun, you dated shit since you was a teenager, and you've experienced different relationships, different situationships, different people, and the older you get, you start to get a feel for what you won't do, what you will do, what you will tolerate, what you won't tolerate. And so I just feel like the older we get, we don't necessarily care about how expensive the date was. We just want to have a good time on a date, whether it's going to Chili's and doing a 2 for $25 meal or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, dates don't always have to be expensive to have fun. First impression is like, it ain't gonna be for me like, ooh, he spent 200 on me, girl, for the first date. Okay. I would rather it be if I'm out with a man and he making me laugh all night, we just having a good time. I feel comfortable, I feel safe, and we just been laughing and vibing the whole night. That's what I'm gonna be getting on the phone with my cousins and being like, girl, I just went on the first date. We laughed the whole night. He just made me feel so good. We blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't, no. It ain't about that. Not no more. Maybe my younger days, I probably here and there be like, spin a bag on me. But not really even then. Like, cause I've been with guys back in my day, had the nice cars back when rims was a thing. Your car sitting up high, you got your paint job and the spinners, all that stuff. Ooh, I'm showing my age, child. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm going with. I dated men with money and stuff like that. So, whatever. And so he said, he said no, he was talking about having to constantly go on first dates. Once you locked in, dating has no boundaries. So he's saying that he don't ever get to the second date. He done made it to the second date one time in 2 years. And if it's been 2 years and you've only got to only had a first date, you had a second date one time, I'm gonna keep it real. And sometimes it's hard for us to believe it or want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, accept it. But if after so long we meeting people, not to say every time and it's always the case, but sometimes if we come across several people and we on a dating scene and it's just not working out for us, sometimes we gotta reevaluate ourselves too. Because sometimes we could have issues or we could be the problem as well. Cause ain't nobody perfect. And I had to learn it over the years. It'd be the smallest things that we just turn me off, and me and the guy could be doing good or something. And it could be the smallest things. Like, I've been with a guy and we was close and we had been talking for over a year. We was very comfortable. We were intimate with each other and everything. But it was like one time he came to my house and spent the night. And it was just how he slept. He slept on his stomach, but his armpits were up. So he was like, and on my pillow. So his armpits was like touching my pillow, and it done something to me. And I know this just crazy to just be like, ugh, I don't want to talk to him because he put his armpits on my pillow. Hey, I've been that, like, crazy, like not crazy, but picky. I don't know what the word you would really call it, but I've had some times where I feel like I've missed out on guys because of being picky and thinking people are supposed to be perfect when we know we not even perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. So I feel like I missed out on a couple of good guys, you know what I'm saying, in my day. But um, so yeah. And he was like, once you locked in with dating, ain't no boundaries. Now that's true. And when you get your person and you got this one person that you seeing or whatever, and y'all just got a flow going, y'all dating, y'all going on dates every week or every 2, 3 times a month or something like that. Y'all locked in. So yeah, it could be different. And especially then you really don't have to spend that much money on dates like that when especially when y'all constantly going out. Come on now. Everybody got a household, everybody got bills, you know what I'm saying? People got children and others, whatever going on. So they ain't gonna be able to go out on a date 4, 5 times a month and spending $200, $200+ 4, 5 times a month. I could be realistic. I'm living in the real world, so I can understand every day don't have to be expensive, regardless. First day, second day, third day, every day. Every now and then you might want to go on a nice day where you get some nice food and have some nice wine with a nice band or, some jazz playing in the background. So I can understand every blue moon, maybe. And yeah, he said he had been on. I asked him how many dates had he been on um in 2 years. He said quite a few. I don't have that here. I don't think I didn't get that part, but he had said he had been on quite a few dates. So, yep. I just feel like for me, now I'm gonna give my opinion, even though I've been kind of giving, rebuttal after every comment I read. But I just feel like if I'm dealing with a person, and like I was saying, if that person is satisfying me as far as fulfilling me emotionally, like just overflowing me with happiness and love and just good vibes and stuff like that. Yeah, I can do one person. I can date one person at a time. And sometimes the other person may not be dating another person one person at a time, but you might just be that kind of person that just don't do that. You don't want to date more than one person. So that's cool too. That's fine. Just know that if you are that type of person that you only want to date one at a time and your the person that you're dealing with, they got more than just you that they kicking it with, just guard your feelings. That's all I can say. If you gonna date multiple or you gonna deal with somebody you ain't the only one, just be sure to have your guard up. Don't get all don't fall in love. Don't do it, ladies. Don't do it, men. I feel like women fall in love quicker because we think we feel more with our heart. We feel more with our heart and our mind because our mind is telling us, you know, sometimes the mind tells you the same thing as your heart does. So you got your heart and your mind working together, and that's when you just falling. That's when you be falling for a person. That's what I feel. And sometimes you got your heart, you feel it in your heart, and then you got your mind telling you, "Girl, don't do it. It's too soon," or he ain't gonna be no good to you. He already showing you red flags or whatever. But if if I feel like I only want to date that one person and I go and have that talk with him and he's like, well, I'm not ready to just settle down and just be committed to you only. I want to still, have fun and date around. And I'm over here like, dang, I only just wanted to date you. But I ain't gonna get my feelings involved like that to the point where I can't move on or I can't say, well, okay, let me back up, even if I don't want to date multiple people at a time just because you are, but let me back up so I won't get myself hurt or my feelings involved, knowing that this is something you're not ready for. So that's me. That's what I would do, But and again, if the person that I'm dealing with, he not into dating only one person at a time, I'm all for it. You ain't gotta lay up with everybody you date. You don't have to have sex with everybody you date. And some get it twisted when they think because you dating multiple men that it always has to be about sex. Like I've been dealing with somebody that we ain't laid up. We go on dates. It hadn't been really consistent, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't laid up, but to each his own. Like it might be a time where you do say, hey, everybody grown, you do what you want to do. It's your body, you do what you want to do at the end of the day. But I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to, you want to date multiple men, but you don't want to have sex with all of them, then just don't do it. And if a man respects you and if they like you more than just want to get in the bed and see what you work with, then they still gonna be there at the end of the day. So yeah, so to each his own, to each his own. And yeah. So those are my thoughts on this. And this is another episode, another series, another segment of Social Media a Mess. Social media a mess. Y'all know how I go. So I appreciate the people that comment on my post. If you are watching this video, what time is it? What time is it right now that you're watching this video? And if you like anything that I said in this video, or you didn't like some of the things I said in this video, let me know down in the comments and I'll meet you there. I interact with my people. I interact with y'all. I'm real. I'm human. I'm not above nobody. I'm just, what I'm saying, having fun with this podcast and trying new things and seeing what works for me and what don't. So shout out to one of my subscribers as well, because he was the one suggested that from my last video when I was reading our comments that it would, possibly give me more engagement if I post the actual comments that I get on my Facebook, put them up on the screen. It should, kind of help better with the interaction. So shout out to him for that. I do take constructive criticism. I'm not one of them ones that's not open to suggestions and to make things better. So, that's how it go. So with that being said, I'm going to take another sip because sometimes when I get to talking, I don't drink that much. I don't drink that much. And if it's anything that you want to hear my opinion on any topic, leave it in the comments. Leave it down in the comment section below. And I also have my email in the comments just in case you want to email it to me. It's me, T Marie at yahoo.com. So yeah, I'm gonna get out this video and I want to thank you all for watching. And if you have made it this far, please be sure to like the video, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Join the family. You know what I'm saying? We have fun over here. Join the family. And yeah, I'm gonna be out. And remember to live, love, laugh. Peace out.